Hello, my name's Justine, and this is a Flosstube channel about cross stitch. I forgot to mention that in my last video, or my first video. So yeah, this is a cross stitch video. It's gonna be my first actual Flosstube. My other one was a whip parade. Welcome back if you're coming back. That would be amazing. If you're new, you're just stopping in, hello. Today I have a list. I've got my list here, and we have finishes, we have new starts, whips, stitchy kindness, shoutouts, and plans. Some of those kind of merge into each other. So let's jump right into it. I have a finish, which I anticipated last time with my whip parade because I had very little left to do on it. This is Studio Ghibli's No Face. Let's get in closer in the light. There we go. This is for my boyfriend. It is fully finished, and I'm so happy that I'm done with this. I've washed it. I dried it flat. You can still see the hoop marks. And I'm going to iron this today. This is getting into plans. I'm going to try to fully finish this. I don't have a ton of supplies to fully finish, but I do have some, and I'm thinking flat fold, but you guys will have to wait and see. Spoiler, gonna fully finish this, but that's on 14 count Ada. I can't remember the name of this. It's like an oatmeal-y color. It's got like flecks of color in it, and yeah, it's 4 colors, 70 by 77. And it's done. I'm so happy to have this done. This was so much fill-in. And the coverage isn't great. It's 14 count, 2/1. And in the black, I don't know if you can see the fabric, which kind of gives it like this staticky look. So for this, I think it works really well. But I'm still learning on how to get the best coverage on 14 count. So that is my only finish. I do have some new starts, quite a few new starts, one of which I will talk about in Stitchy Kindness, plans, all of that. This is my secret start. This is for my boyfriend. I don't stitch a lot for my boyfriend. It just so happens that I finished this one thing that I've had for him, and then Father's Day and his birthday are coming up. And if I would have worked really hard on this secret stitch, I would have had it done. But then I wouldn't have had the couple of other things to show you. And those things bring me more joy because they're things that I like. But this is Griffin. This is what it's going to look like. I just took this picture and zoomed it in from the website. I realized now that there's easier ways to do that for printing, but that's what it's going to look like. He doesn't know about it, and he doesn't watch my videos, so or that I know of, he doesn't watch my videos. But here's what I have. This is where his foot is. Here's into the wing. It might help if I hold them both up. So yeah, I think this is reverse image because the wing, oh no, the wing's going the right way. But I did one color just in the leg and the wing area. There's still more color up front and in the back of this orange color. But I did start, my hands are shaking. I did start the dark red just because I needed a change of color. This is, let me find my little card. Griffin, I didn't say who it was from. Ars Honorica, I believe is how that's pronounced. It's a 28 count Monaco 1/1, which I love. I love the tiny stitches. It's 145 by 125. It's 6 colors, which, I mean, for all the shading and everything that's in this, 6 colors, like, that's pretty good. I did substitute most of the colors. I try to work from my stash. I've got 2 bins here, or 4 bins here that have all of my DMC in them. Sorry, it's kind of a mess over here, but, and on top. But, I have quite a few colors, so if I can substitute something that I have, I would rather do that than go out and buy something. I usually will pick up a couple of fabrics and a handful of colors when I go to the craft store and just add them to my stash and tea dye what I can, use white for other things that I can. And sometimes they have like a fun color that I can pick up. Like I've got a blue, just 14 count Aida, and that's awesome. I started writing down my stats. Now I'm not 100% sure what stats that I'm going to be giving all the time, but what I have is I started this May 23rd, and from the 23rd to today, the 5th, I got 1,373 stitches in on this, which I would say is pretty good. That's pretty good for something that I'm not stitching for my selfish self. So yeah, that's what I've got about that. It's not going to be done for Father's Day or his birthday because I didn't dedicate all of my stitching time to this piece, which is okay considering this one is 6 months old. And I was like, oh, I can knock that out in a couple of weeks, which I could have, but I put it down for quite a while. So that's what I have for that one. My next new start is for the Strawberry Moon SAL hosted by Marjorie Maid. It is Strawberry Jam Jar by Pinkerandpunkin Quilting, and I printed out one of her images of what it's going to look like because it's a free chart on her blog, which she has a lot of free charts on her blog, but they don't have cover photos. So she does these beautiful, I didn't want to print out the whole picture and like be showing her pictures and stuff. Beautiful setting all around this. She finished it into a pillow with trim. It's beautiful, but this is what it's going to look like. I did it on 18 count Aida. Oh, I took it out already. I was like, where'd it go? I did it on 18 count Aida that I tea dyed myself. It's 48 by 67. It's 10 colors. I started it on the 5th. 6/5, no. I started on the 1st. I was like, today's 6/5. I started on the 1st, today's the 5th, and I've got 936 stitches in this. And it is beautiful. I do have errors, and what I mean by errors is you see these lines here. There's a green one and a gray one. They're both supposed to be green. They're just different colors of green. The gray is for the lid in the jar. Did I say this is Strawberry Jam Jar? I think so. And it's just got this beautiful strawberry plant in it. It's got lots of little strawberry blossoms. There's bees down here. It's so cute. I needed something for the Strawberry Moon SAL. I have, if you watched my whip parade, I have Strawberry Ghost by, I believe, Mama Witch Cross Stitch or X Stitch. I just haven't pulled it out of the ottoman you're sitting on right now because I'm lazy and I wanted to start something new. So I did that. It's got 936 stitches. And that's all I have to say about it. I love it. It's super cute. I will go more into Strawberry Moon SAL plans when I get to plans. I was just going to pop off and give you all my plans, but I'll save it. Here's a drink real quick. Okay, sorry about that. New starts. I have one more new start, but I'm going to talk about that in Stitchy Kindness. So whips. I have 2 whips that I worked on. The first one is Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs. You've seen it. You love it. I love it. It's what it looks like. In my whip parade, I had the outlines of the house and some of the fill-in. I didn't have any chimneys. I didn't have the other side of the roof. And I didn't have any of the window frames filled in. But I've got all that now. Let's get a close-up. I should tell you all the things about this. Let me get my card out. I still have Strawberry Jam card in front of me. This is Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs. It's on a 28 count Carolina linen that I just got from Joann's. I hate this fabric. It's so loosey-goosey. If you look, you can't see, but you can see me through it. It's very loosey-goosey. It's 1/1 on 28 count. I used my little needles, my 28 size needles, which has been awesome. It's 171 by 191, so it's going to be a fairly big project, even though it is 1/1. I am so excited to add the crows. These crows that are bigger than the moon. There's the moon right there, and these are the crows that are bigger than the moon. Just bring me so much joy. I was so excited when I got this pattern. I got it from Jen's Fiber Web. Won it in a giveaway. She didn't just give it to me. I won it in a giveaway, and then she did just give it to me. So I started this May 17th. I don't have any stats for this because it is a paper pattern. So yeah, that's all I have. The colors are beautiful. I love it. We'll throw this back in the bag. Okay, moving right along. I have a doctor's appointment. I suppose some life stuff. I would like to have like a life update part of my videos. But there's nothing to update because you have no background information other than if you watch my other video. I'm a mom. I have 2 boys. We live out in the country and we've got a couple of animals, nothing big. Chickens, rabbits, things like that, dogs, cats. And I have a boyfriend of 8 years. So that's pretty much all I shared in my last video. So if you're new, that's a little bit about me. Today and this week has been a little rough for me. Essentially, I'm going through a medically complicated miscarriage, and it's been really hard. I hate to just bring this up in the middle of my Flosstube #1, but I want to be able to keep people in the loop of what I'm going through, and whether I'm not in like a particularly peppy mood. I'm usually a pretty peppy person, but that's what I'm going through. I've got a doctor's appointment today. I'm not very excited about it. I have to bring my 2 kids because my boyfriend's at work. Not a big issue. One's 12, one's 8. So they kind of contain themselves. They bring little video games and stuff. So that's where I'm at. Yeah, it feels kind of weird bringing that up in the middle of a floss tube. But we'll see how well that's received. It may not be. And so maybe I won't do life updates. We'll see. Moving on. I have the Pick-a-Whip from May 1st to May 15th. It is Creepmass by Tuscan Cardinal by Lindsay Swearingen. It's on 14... You know what? Let's take this out of the hoop. I can't believe I left this in the hoop. It's on 14 count Ada on that oatmeal-y Ada that I can't remember the name of. It's really hoop marked because I just took it out. It's 71 by 98 and it's 14 colors. In my whip parade, I did not have these curtains. I did not have one of these bats. I did not have the windows above or the garland. Or any of the presents. Did I say that? So I've worked on this quite a bit. I started this November 29th, 2023. So it's been a whip for a while. From May 22nd, which was my last floss tube, to 6/5 today, I've put in 825 stitches. I only have presents on this side. They're a little different than these presents on this side. And then there's a candy cane border with a spider in the middle, of course. And then I'm done. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I didn't leave myself a ton of margin here. There is more margin on the top and bottom. I have no idea why. Probably because I'm relatively new at this and cutting fabric isn't the easiest thing for me. I've got it pretty well down now. But November 29th of 2023, I did not. Moving right along from that. Ooh, I just pulled a string off. We'll add that to my sacred ort pile. If you didn't watch my last video, you won't know about the sacred ort pile. So go watch that. Okay, that's all my whips. We are just cruising right along through this. Up next, I have Stitchy Kindness, which is also a whip. I got a free tiny stitching kit from Kaylee's Cross Stitch on YouTube. She does free tiny stitching kits for really tiny stitches. I'm saying I got a 58 count fabric about this big that I'm stitching 1/1, and she gave me a Verissois Surfine 2061. These are very, very tiny threads. I wish I could convey just how tiny they are. You can't even see it. That's how tiny they are, that you can't even see them. I have 3 strands left, and I'm not going to have enough to do the project that I had picked out for this. I had 2 monochromatic patterns in my stash, and one was bigger than the other, so I picked the smaller one. I picked Memento Mori by Tuscan Cardinal. Oh, I have my last card. Let's pull out new card. I'll get used to this. Hang with me. Memento Mori by Raven Coven. This is what it looks like. It is a small pattern as far as size. It's 72 by 113, and there's a lot of blank space. It's not full coverage, so I thought it seemed like she gave me a lot of floss, but I'm seeing now that it's still the same number of stitches, no matter how small your fabric is. So I have not got very far. I started 6/2 of 24 because that's when I got my kit, and I was so excited I started right away. Here's what I have. See how close we can get this in. Oh, it's not going to focus. Is it because my face is in it? This is my new face. Oh, and I have shaky hands. I apologize. You can't see all the details in it. There we go. Turn it to the sun. Maybe bring it back. I've got the middle of his face yet to do. And the whole hourglass. So, and I have 3 strands left. So, Kaylee, if you want to send me more floss, I will not say no. But if not, I will see if I can get some ordered. Yeah, I'll work on that. 56 count 1/1. So they're teeny tiny little stitches. I'm doing this without any magnification because I don't have any. 72 by 113. And I have 686 stitches in it right now. I'm so grateful for this kit. I'm in love with tiny stitches. I just happen to have a 3-inch hoop. It came in, I believe, an embroidery kit that I got on clearance at like Walmart. And I don't do embroidery, but I have the hoop now. So that was worth what I paid for the kit. Let's see. So that's my Stitchy Kindness and shoutouts. Let's see. Before I do plans, I have a little bit more. I wouldn't call it. It is Stitchy Kindness, but it wasn't sent in from a viewer or anything. My boyfriend has a 3D printer, and he prints me lovely cross-stitch stuff. And he printed me a needle minder. It has needle holders on it, so you can lay your needle flat in it. Let's see if I can do this on camera. You can lay your needle in the grooves, and there's 3 magnets on the back. There's 3 magnets on the back that he like printed holes for them to go in, so they sit flush, and they're super strong magnets, so they hold your needle super well. Even though this is like thick plastic, super strong magnets. He printed me that one in purple, which is my favorite color, and he printed me this blue one. Now this one does not have the grooves for your needles, and I like it better because I can just swipe my needles off, put them back on, They tend to go with 2 magnets. So they'll go this way. Sometimes they'll land horizontally, and sometimes they go vertically. But I love these. These are so great. We're thinking about making them for general public to purchase, but we're working on a lot more designs. The other thing that he makes me are these floss drops. He designed these himself. That one's got dirt on it. I take such good care of his stuff. They're aliens. You can put your floss in his eye and your extra floss in his mouth. And I love them. They're wonderful. I'm setting these all over my notes, and then I'm going to look at my notes. How smart. Okay. So I got... Man, I whipped through this. New starts, whips, Stitchy kindness, shoutouts, which were basically the same thing. Plans. I have quite a few plans. I'm going to continue with the strawberry Moon SAL. I have quite a few patterns that I'm going to start and hopefully finish. A lot of them are from pinkerandpunkin. She has an amazing blog that has a lot of free patterns, and I love free patterns. Who can say no to a free pattern? So she has a ton of strawberry ones. I've seen them all over Instagram. Cross Stitch the Globe did a free pattern video, and I think they did one pattern from pinkerandpunkin. I could be wrong on that. But you go to get this free pattern, and there's pages and pages and pages of this wonderful blog, and she has all the links down the side that you can specifically click on freebies. So I downloaded like all of them. They're so good. I can't believe that they're free patterns. I mean, did you see Strawberry Jam Jar? Like, she's got like Autumn Jar, all sorts of stuff. It's amazing. I also have my Strawberry Ghost, which after I get everything cleaned up, I'm going to pull it out immediately so that I have it out. It can sit next to my chair, and I can just grab it. And then I have Pick-a-Whip from Marjorie Maid. If any of you want to participate in this Pick-a-Whip with me, as far as contributing to my Pick-a-Whip, I would love that. The Pick-a-Whip for this fortnight, as they say, is stitch something, one of your whips, that somebody else picks for you. And I just posted a whip parade. So if you watched my whip parade and you're watching this video now, let me know which whip you want me to stitch on, and I'll get probably a ton of progress on it. It's good that somebody else is going to pick it, because then I don't have to worry about picking it. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what whip you want me to work on for the next 2 weeks. And, you know, it can be something that you want to see more progress on. That's probably the reason why you would want to see it. I'm going to continue to work on this tiny stitch. I can't express to you how much I love this tiny stitching. It is just the best thing. I have so many stitches in it, and it's the size of my fingernail, and it's so cute, and I love it. I'm going to fully finish No Face, this one. I've got to iron this. This looks like trash. So I'm going to fully finish No Face, and then I'm going to tea dye some Ada. Here, I keep showing you. Eventually, I'll probably do a video on what's in these cabinets. Oh, this one's stuck. But I have fabric here. I've got blue fabric. I've got two rolls of 18 count DMC, and I'm going to tea dye all of it. I hate white fabric. Why stitch on white if the background's not supposed to be white? Let me get adjusted here. I just don't know why do that when I could have tea dyed fabric, and I love tea dyed fabric. I love the background that it gives my pieces. So that's my last plan, is to tea dye some Ada. If you have any tips or tricks, leave them in the comments below, email me, tag me on Instagram, whatever you want to do. Let me know, because I really enjoy talking to you guys. Even if my comment was just thank you so much. Like, the kindness that I got on my last video was mind-blowing. I expected maybe like 1 or 2 comments, but like not even that. Like, I figured if nobody comments, I'll be fine. I'll just keep posting on Instagram and kind of talk to myself. But yeah, I got a bunch of comments, and even if I just said thank you so much, like, that was literally all I could like think to say, was like, thank you so much for saying nice things to me in my comments. Like, it made my day over and over and over and over again. I can't express my gratitude in any other way than thank you so much. I believe that's it. We made it. Let's see. 25 minutes, like, record breaking here. So I'm going to go to my doctor's appointment, and then I'm going to come back and stitch. And then the next day I'm gonna stitch, and the next day I'm gonna stitch. It's gonna be awesome. I say that because every day I stitch every day. It's wonderful. So thank you for coming back. Thank you for viewing if you're a new viewer. I will be back in 2 weeks to show you my progress on all my plans. Any new starts that I start that aren't in my plans. Yeah. So thank you so much. I hope you have a good day, and bye.